So being a scientist, you were never rewarded, but being a speaker, you were awarded. How many speakers were there, by the way? Story of so many professionals on the planet. And that is the skill of effective communication.
That was in my mind was, क्या पंगा ले लिया यार?
Tuk, pounding of heart. Kya pakka liya? So that's it. As I believe we have
Hang on.
finished.
I have a question for you.
What is that now?
From where you get this energy?
That's a secret. Maybe ashwagandha. And mind you, modern human brain is distracted. Just one notification distracts us like crazy. I think people have to realize that communication is the most important skill, whether they are plumber, scientist, carpenter, entrepreneur, whatever they are on this planet Earth.
Sometime back, I was not a very interesting speaker. And I was avoiding those kind of opportunities.
In the monsoon of 2023, same month I believe, Vimel, the scientist in reality, he came to us. He opens the door, starts talking to me and joins us. His biggest anxiety was presentation skills. Isn't that right?
That's correct.
And he told me one interesting thing about that reward/award. What was that?
So I have been in this industry from last 16 years. And as of now, I didn't get a trophy, nothing like that. But this time, I was amazed to receive an award because of being a speaker.
So being a scientist, you were never rewarded, but being a speaker, you were awarded. So, okay, let me introduce Vimel. Just a 10% of the introduction right now. So he's one of the co-founders of the company Innovest. Innovest is an umbrella. Under this umbrella, there are companies like Bare Anatomy. I use the products of Bare Anatomy though. And there are other products. Chemist at Play, and there's one more. Sunscoop, okay. So they've got the turnover of hundreds of crores. I'm not going to reveal the figure, don't worry. Last Sunday, when you were presenting before people, I happened to witness your presentation, Vimel. And there was this drastic change. What changed you exactly?
So I believe I was staying in my comfort zone. I thought I'm a scientist. I don't need to interact with people. So that kept me in that cocoon.
Right.
And then I realized that I should be more vocal. And then I moved out of my comfort zone. And then I realized that I should speak.
What exactly clicked? How come now you are an engaging presenter? Because I'm an eyewitness.
So when I came over here, I realized that it's not about the language that will keep the people engaged. It's about how you are communicating to the other side.
Right.
How you are keeping them engaged. How you are communicating your message across. So that is one of the most important things.
I think there were two important factors. The first important factor, Vimel, the scientist, in spite of all the anxiety, come what may, one has to break the shell. That's number one. Number two, we have to think from the audience perspective. Because whenever we are presenting or speaking, we are talking to people, not just people, their brains. And mind you, modern human brain is distracted. So we have to think from their perspective all the time, whether we are starting well, how's the structuring, are we ending well, what about the transitions? Because in so many presentations, people forget to bridge the gap, like from one slide to another slide. There's no bridge. They forget the transition, right?
That's correct. And it is one of the most important factors to keep your audience engaged.
Right. So as I've told you, Vimel is one of the co-founders of this company. Apart from that, he has done forensic science with chemistry from Aberdeen, Scotland. I love Scotland though. Now, Vimel has got the experience of more than 16 years working in the cosmetic industry. I use their cosmetic products. They're good. Working in the cosmetic industry for more than 15 years in both European and developing markets. Now worked in R&D with giants including Johnson & Johnson, Unilever, Reckitt Benckiser. Wow. In spite of all the things, one thing couldn't be fixed. And this is not just your story. This is a story of so many professionals on the planet. And that is the skill of effective communication.
I believe the same. Communication and your negotiation power. So these are two important skills which I believe.
It wasn't easy. I'm coming back to the topic presentation. It wasn't easy for him in the beginning, like as he said, that all of a sudden facing people, oh my God, what am I supposed to do with them? Like I might bore them to death. And if they die, the onus is on me. So joining us, was it a good decision or not?
I would rather say one of the best decisions.
One of the best decisions. Thank you so much. I haven't paid him anything. Communication is the most important skill, whether they are plumber, scientist, carpenter, entrepreneur, whatever they are on this planet Earth. If somehow they can hone the skill of effective communication, oh my God, they are the king of the world, because whatever they are doing, they can negotiate, convince, influence, inspire, manipulate, cajole, whatever they wish to be. So somehow one needs to be an effective communicator.
Sometime back, I was not a very interesting speaker and I was avoiding those kind of opportunities. And as you may know, scientists are boring speakers.
Okay, I have just one quick question. How are those moments like just before your presentation, hundreds of people are waiting and...
I couldn't say that. The thing that was in my mind was, kya panga le liya yaar?
Pounding of heart. Kya panga le liya?
But when I finished that, I was very confident. And I didn't even realize for a minute that I am speaking in front of 100 people.
Right. It's a great feeling. I remember, and now of course we keep speaking before people, but I remember my skydiving experience. Like before skydiving, I was like just feeling almost dead. Like I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a wonderful experience of life. Thank you, Cosmos. Thank you, guys.
The moment was blissful. You might have felt the same moment after your presentation. Oh my God, I speak before hundreds of people, right?
That's correct.
As Nietzsche rightly said, live dangerously. Build your homes on Mount Vesuvius. You've got short life. What are you waiting for? So that's it. As I believe we have finished.
I have a question for you.
What is that now?
From where you get this energy?
That's a secret. Maybe ashwagandha. And I think there is one more challenge I've observed among many presenters, that when they keep speaking, they don't stop. They forget that they're talking to human brains and they're distracted. They don't stop. Like my not so favorite politician rightly said, Winston Churchill I'm talking about. I don't admire him though, but he made sense here. He said, your speech has to be like girl's skirt, long enough to cover the subject, short enough to create interest. So why boring your audience? Keep it short, crisp, and structured. In the beginning, perhaps you can say, I've got 2 things to say, or 3 things to say, or 4 things to say. Then say 4 things, or 3 things, or 2 things, and come back. That's it.
I agree on this point. Structuring is also one of the most important things.
Right.
I have a message for all of you. Once in a lifetime, you have to join this course, Person to Personality by Pep Talk India.
Wow, that was unexpected. Thank you so much. I'm humbled, but I'm still famished. Let's go finally.
Cheers. Thanks.